River City Riverside Gaofan, junior intelligent, beautiful appearance, 14-year-old into the county school, of people competing betrothed his daughter to him. Gaofan choose very harsh, often defy Fuming. Father Gao Zhong Hong, 6 years old, only this one son, so fallen in love with, I could not bear to slightly against his mind. At first, the East Village has a Weng Fan, to teach children to read at the fair, with married Gaofan rented house to live. Weng Fan had a daughter, nicknamed River City, and Gaofan the same age, when all 8 or 9, Liangxiaowucai, played together every day. Later, a Weng Fan moved out, 4 or 5 years in the past, no exchanges. One day, Gaofan see a girl in a small alley, beauty is outstanding, with a little behind the maid, only 6 or 7. Gaofan cannot enjoy the eye looked at, just squint peek. The woman stopped and looked at Gaofan, like what to say. Gaofan looked carefully, the original is River City, suddenly exceptionally pleasant surprise. 2 people do not speak, but stood still be standing face to face, the eye for a moment before, respectively, heartfelt love each other. Gao Fan Hongjin deliberately walked onto the floor. Little maid picked Hongjin, happily give it to River City. The River City Hongjin installed in cuffs and put his napkin, pretending little maid said, high scholar is not an ordinary person, he cannot leave something missing, you go back to people quickly catch up. Xiaoya Sure enough, to catch up to the ring napkin to Gaofan. Gaofan get River City napkin very happy, home to see his mother. The mother requested to talk to Fanjia propose marriage. Mother said Fanjia no have houses, wondering, how worthy of marriages with US home. Gao Fan said, is my own wish, of course, will not regret it. The mother undecided, discuss and Gao Zhong Hong Zhong Hongjin who disagree. Gaofan heard about boredom, 1 meter also swallow. Mother met very worried, Hai Zhong Hong, said, Fanjia though poor, is not a Philistine rogue in his ilk. I think they're home to see if the girl deserved. Marry also no harm. Gao Zhong Hong, said good at mother to go to Black Emperor Temple to burn incense is an excuse to Fanjia. River City saw eye to show teeth, even delicate beautiful, very fond happy heart. So, to come up with silver, silk, Fanjia donated a gift, and truthfully declared his intentions. Fan female first Kyansi unworthy poor family, and later he agreed to this marriage. Home to tell his mother what had happened. Gaofan this sweep looks sad, happy. After a year, choose a good day to River City Guoguoi. The couple is very happy and harmonious. However, River City good temper, betray, ramble and her husband's ear never ending. Gaofan because love River City, covers them endure. After I heard her in-laws, frustrations, privately blame his son. These words were heard River City, made its big fire, abusive even more greedily. Gaofan slightly contradict her abusive, River City more and more angry, beat him out the door, then close the door. Gaofan at the door trembling with cold, afraid to knock on the door, holding knees overnight under the eaves. River City from her husband loved their enemies. At first, after her husband can still kneel reconciliation, gradually developed into knees for mercy not spiritual, when her husband more and more painful. Daughter-in-laws blame a little a few words, she was unable to describe contradict. Laws furious, forcing Gaofan let him divorce his wife. Fanjia ashamed fear, if asked friends to intercede with Gao Zhong Hong, Gao Zhong Hong not allow it. After more than a year, met with Yuzhong Gao Fan out, Yuzhong invited him back to her home, a Daisheng apologize, then her daughter dressed out of each other, the couple met, could not help but sad. Fan buy wine in honor of father-in-law, urging people to drink very attentive. In the evening, Fanjia insisted to stay Gaofan stay, arrange additional cleaning beds, so that small spouses, Gaofan next morning to leave to go home, have not told their parents had to hide choreography muddle in the past. Since then, every 3 to 5 days went to Yuzhong, who lives in one night, a little parents do not know. One day, the father came to the door to ask to see Fan Gao Zhong Hong. Gao Zhong Hong at first refused to see, and later forced to come out to meet sensibilities. Fan parent niece came to plead for his daughter. Gao Zhong Hong refused to promise. To Shirk's son, Fan father said the son lives in my house last night. He did not want to hear. Gao Zhong Hong was surprised and asked when is he boarding your home? Fan told the hi exactly Father Chung Hung. Gao Zhong Hong blushing said apologetically, I really do not know that he loves your daughter, and I have chosen to do her make life difficult for you. Fan father gone, Gao Zhong Hong cursed his son called up a pass. Gao Fan just head down, atmosphere is not out. Yuhua Jian, Fan Yibao father sent his daughter, Gao Zhong Hong, said I cannot bear the blame for the children, as among groups, to preside over our separation it bother you. Fan father dissuade him, do not listen, so let the husband and wife to live in the house to another, send a maid for them to drive. More than a month later, Liangxiaowucai live in peace, Hai Zhonghuangfu women secretly relieved. But a little while, River City gradually presumptuous, Gaofan face often hung nail scratches, parents knowing how it happened, but also endured not intervene. One day, Gaofan really cannot stand being beaten, fled to the residence of the parents, panic like being chased by birds of prey, like birds. Parents are surprised to ask, River City has been speaking to chase sticks in, turned out to be just around the Gaofan father grabbed beat. Grandfathers and grandmothers crying to stop, River City even without looking, played down dozens, talent bitterly away. Gao Zhong Hong thrust out his son said I just to avoid the noisy, Gaofan home you would have been happy like this, then would escape it. Gaofan out of the house, wanderings, nowhere to go. Mother was afraid his son was tortured to death, let him alone one for him to eat. Fan father called again, let him teach his daughter. Fan father came to her room, in every possible way to persuade and enlighten. River City would not listen, but with curses hurt father. Fan father angry her garments away, he vowed not to recognize her daughter. Soon, Fan angry father fell ill, and his wife have died. River City hate them, do not go home condole, just across the wall each day shouting, deliberately elderly people to hear. Chung Hung Hai only when all do not know. Gaofan since living alone, such as from a fire pit, but always felt lonely and desolate. He secretly bribed matchmaker Li, accompanied attracted prostitutes, exchanges are at night, long day, River City to hear a little wind, went to the residence Gaofan abuse. Gaofan tried to defend themselves, pointing to the light of day swear, River City this back. Since then, the River City every day, watched Gaofan, waiting for him to grasp the handle. One day, Li matchmaker from Gaofan residence out, right there at River City. River City hastily stopped Li matchmaker Li and his face suddenly changed. River City more suspect, Li matchmaker, she said take your dirty dry all out, perhaps spared you if you dare to hide, put your hair plucked. Li matchmaker tremble, said 2 weeks ago, only brothels Li Yunyang came twice son just said, have seen you tell wife trunk in the mountains, like her little feet, asked me to provoke her, although she unchastity, may not be willing to do her, so is not necessarily River City because she told the truth, let's forgive her. Li matchmaker go, River City and try to stop. After dark, yells at River City matchmaker Li said you go blew out his candle, said tell wife to. Li matchmaker what she says to do. River City Gaofan immediately into the house. Gaofan very happy, holding her arm, and she sat in one, lay it to tell their own desire Acacia, River City silence. Gaofan touched her feet in the dark, said the mountains saw Sin Young, is this obsession feet? River City never speak. Gao Fan said the previous wish, and today was able to settle, how can be met not know about it, personally held up to the light to come here, photo, turned out to River City. Gaofan alarmed, candle fell to the ground, flat on the ground on his knees shaking, just as in the direct on the neck. River City tugging at his ear towed him back to his home, with a needle over his thighs, just let him sleep in the bed, waking up every day to call him up. Gaofan from fear that she just met, like tigers, even the occasional complainant to River City, on the pillow mat, Gaofan scared not look like a husband. River City slapping his face, swore to him out of bed to go, the more rejected him, do not take him as a person. Among Gaofan they at the boudoir, as prison inmates, to always act in the face watching the warders. River City has two sisters, both married scholar. Sister tempered, kind-hearted, talkative, often with the River City disharmony. Sister married, and is cunning, eloquent, like Gu Ying Nongzi, self-appreciation. It looks better than the beautiful River City, and River City aggressive, jealousy incomparable. Fairy both meet, not say anything else, just her husband's power and prestige to their remediation smug, so two people better than most. Gao Fan to friends and relatives, River City will rebuke angry just go ja, do not know to stop. One day, Gao Fan drinking ja, after the drunken, Jia Sheng laughed. Gao Fan said, "Why are you so hard on?" Henpecked. Gao Fan smiled and said, "A wonderful thing to do. There are a lot of looking back cannot understand my fear. I am afraid her beauty, as much as my beautiful wife, and henpecked also worse than I am, not as people increasingly puzzled you." Jia Sheng listened very ashamed, speechless. Maid heard these words, it tells sister. Sister furious, picked up a stick out immediately. Gao Fan see her aggressive, too late to mention shoes, it is necessary to escape. Sister picked up a stick, had hit his waist spine. 3 sticks go on to play 3 times. Gao Fan fall, get up again, and mistakenly head, bleeding profusely. Sister kick away, Gao Fan stumbled back home. River City saw, surprised, asked him, at first because he offended the Sakuri, afraid to speak immediately. River City repeated questioning, this process all the beaten, tell it again. River City tied Gao Fan head with a cloth, he said angrily, they husband, why the trouble she had, replacing short-sleeved clothes, carries a wooden pestle, with maid straight away, to the Jia. Sister greeted with laughter. Zhuang Chang silent, picked up mallet hit, sister knocked to the ground, tearing her pants. Zhuang Chang a beat pain, tooth straight, play off lip excluded, feces incontinence. River City back, sister shame and guess, sent her husband to find Gao Fan complain. Gao Fan driven out, tried to soothe, considerate and speak good words. Jia Sheng said privately, I have come this tour, we had to be evil gossips, unjust, thanks to renovation her meal by the hands of others, what hatred between the two of us yet. These words have been heard of River City, immediately came out, pointing to the Jia Sheng shouted, despicable thing to lose your wife to suffer, but secretly befriend outsiders, and this man should not kill you, yelled find on a stick. Jia Sheng extremely embarrassed, walked out the door and fled away. From then on, no one can Gao Fan and the people contacts. Wang Zidaya students to visit Gao Fan. Gao Fan retain guests drinking. During drinking, the two men joked with each other boudoir thing, the joke very obscene. River City and just peep guests, hiding in the side heard it. They secretly put in the soup croton and let the maid go, while Wang Zidaya diarrhea bear their suffering, only dying. River City let the maid asked him, rude there you? Wang Zidaya, then I understood the reason behind the disease, moaning cry, bean soup here already ready for use. Wang Zidaya drag only stopped vomiting and diarrhea. Since then, caution among students, not to go drinking. Wang Zidaya has a hotel, the store opened a lot of plum, he gave a banquet for friends bears. Gao Fan excused to attend literary association, River City, and later reported to dinner. In the evening, the crowd revelry is strong. Wang Zidaya said just to have a courtesan Nanchong, living here, you can call her to drink together, everyone is very happy. Only Gao Fan up and left their seats to leave. Everyone grabbed, he said Mrs. Although the apartment in the eyes and ears of well-informed, cannot hear, see here, so they vowed to each other on the matter mollified, Gao Fan this seat again. For a while, it did indeed come up prostitutes, older 17 or 18, who jade and other ornaments jingling, clouds of hair combed high. I asked what your last name, replied, surname Z, Fanglin nickname Mary, extremely elegant style of conversation. Full house of people ecstatic. The Fanglin is specifically intended to Gao Fan, frequently to ogle him. After being found, everyone deliberately pulled over. The two men sat down side by side. Fanglin secretly took Gao Fan hand, with fingers in the palm. Gao Fan book a sync word. Gao Fan not the heart to want to go at this time, did not dare want to leave, terribly upset, ineffable. Two head whisper suffer, the more wild drunkenness. Gao Fan also the home of Yans who to forget the back of the head. Before long, head to hear more has passed, fewer and fewer stores drinkers, only there was a beautiful boy on a distant seat, facing candlelight drinking alone, holding a small towel servants to wait on the side. Everyone secretly talk elegant young man, soon, juvenile drinking wine, and went out. Small servants came to Gao Fan Hongjin, said the owner face waiting outside, have something to say. Everyone listened unsure, only Gao Fan face an unfortunate incident, no time to say goodbye, hurriedly left. The boy is River City, is the home of the maid servant. Gao Fan follow the River City home, ate a tummy whip. Since then, he was imprisoned for River City. Even more powerful, even festive mourners exchanges between the activities of friends and relatives are interrupted. School governance to the county school to test all students. Gao Fan because the wrong questions to explain the content was removed from fame. One day, Gao Fan speak with the maid. River City suspected he had an affair with the maid, beat her on the wine jar wearing a maid's head. Sure and maid Gao Fan tied up again. The respective embroider scissors cut a piece of meat on both the stomach, in turn attached to the two exchange their meat wound. After the loose tie and let them dress their wounds. After a month, posted on the wounds of the flesh even on long. River City also often barefoot step on the cake in the dust, snapped Gao Fan pick up and eat. There are many things like that. Due to the high female missing son, and occasionally to the son's home, he saw his son skinny, go back to crying, just want to live. Night dreamed that an old man told her do not worry, this is a past life karma. River City was originally a static industry has raised the monk mouse longevity, son of former D is a scholar, occasionally static industry to play a monk there. Manslaughter longevity mouse this world become home to roost, it is human irrevocable you get up early every day, in good faith to recite 100 times Guanyin mantra, will bear fruit. High mother woke up the dream told her husband, both surprised, the couple follow advice, devoutly chanting more than 2 months, River City rude as before, but in addition to the more insolent indulgence, percussion sound heard outside, wait for the finished dressing, clutching her hair and ran out, overlooking silly, thousands of people pointing to her, looked at her peace of mind, all while like nothing, elderly people are ashamed, they cannot stop her. Suddenly there is an old monk to preach Buddhism causality at the door, the crowd of people like a wall, leather drum on the issue monks blowing like a cow mooing sound. River City herd ran out, saw many people have no gap, let the maid move the wooden bench, stood tall above to see, all focused everyone's attention to her, as if completely unaware of River City. After a moment, the old monk lectures will be finished, asked for a cup of water, holding a spittoon to preach the River City road. Do not be angry, they must not be angry nor false past, present and future is also not true. The mouse said shrink head, not allowed to find the cat proclamation finished. Water is injected into the inhaled Zhongchang face suddenly flow down me they wet powder, wet skirt sleeves. Everyone was shocked, thinking that would fly into a rage. River City without saying a word, he wiped his face to go home alone. The old monk is gone. River City who Dao Fang's Huang afford to sit, adrift, did not eat all day, sweeping the sweep sleep under the bed. Gao Fan the middle of the night she suddenly woke up, Gao Fan guessed she wanted to urinate solution, to put the urinal lift. River City opened it, secretly took Gao Fan by the arm and pulled him into his bed. Gao Fan upholds life wife, with fear trembling limbs, like a decree to give the emperor. River City said with emotion let musical become airs, but also how a man, just stroking her husband's body, every touch Dao's hang falling scar, it trained, crying, with a fingernail pinched myself, could not wait to die. Gao Fan see her putting on airs, and my heart could not bear, it is a trial of strength to comfort her. River City said I think that the old monk will be bodhisattva was a sprinkling him with water, I just replaced the reins now recall the past I have done, is like an interval I could not the person I was, right, there are a couple cannot get together with in-laws cannot serve, which in the end is what heart, tomorrow we will move back home to go to, and still live with their parents, but also serve to facilitate the greeting. River City ramble all night, as the couple tell like 10 years of absence. River City got up at the crack of dawn, folding laundry appliance convergence, maid carrying a box, holding her own bedding, urging parents knock on the door before Gao Fan asked his mother out in surprise. The River City Gaofan mind says to his mother, "Mother still hasn't." River City has, and the maid came in. His mother came along. River City vaults and crying on the floor, just to avoid his own mother's death. River City to see the mother's mind sincerely, also cried and said, "I child, how suddenly become so?" Gaofan to his mother detailing the case of River City to listen to the monks preaching. This mother wake up to reality, his earlier dreams do come true. Very happy, greeting servant for his son and daughter to clean old home. River City from the color of everything everywhere enshrined her in-laws, obey the wishes of her in-laws, better than dutiful son. See outsiders, like a shy bride. Someone took her last thing a joke, I am ashamed and flushed, and she is very thrifty, good accumulation of possessions, 3 years time, in-laws, but asked housekeeping, while the rich have been huge family property million. Gaofan also in this year in the lifts. River City often to Gao Fan said the day saw Fanglin, still remember her. Gaofan because his wife is no longer subject to abuse, have been satisfied, did not dare cranky, if only for River City responded with a yes man only. Just Gaofan went to Beijing to exam a few months and returned home. A look into the room, Chesson positive Fanglin River City. Gaofan surprised and asked how. The original River City with hundreds of pieces of silver to Fanglin atonement body. This matter in Judge Wang's eye put the most detailed. Different, she said, life had made sin. Each piece has its retribution, but retribution only between husband and wife, as long malignant sore on the bones, especially the bitter poison. Often see the world only on it of a virtuous wife. Shrew accounting for 9/10, you can see a small business person on earth can be rehabilitated. Mon a great bodhisattva, why not speckled world's cup of water purifier it?